To make the virus spread rapidly, this woman licked every single donut. Strangely, instead of getting angry, the customers became wildly excited after eating them. It turned out that this virus didn't cause death, but rather immersed people in an ecstatic state of pleasure. The infected people soon spontaneously formed a happiness assembly line, collecting virus-carrying substances from their own bodies and frantically smearing them all over cups, preparing to spread the virus worldwide. The virus could be transmitted through saliva, and the infected would automatically join the spreading process. In just one day, humanity was completely overrun, but Sarah remained uninfected. She entered a bar. The bartender froze in place, convulsing non-stop, and all the customers were in a state of wild frenzy. She wanted to use the phone to call the police, but the receptionist was gripping the phone tightly due to muscle spasms. With great effort, she managed to pull it out, only to hear a robotic voice on the line. She rushed to the door and her best friend was already lying on the ground convulsing. Helpless, she had to take her friend to the hospital herself. But when she arrived at the hospital, the scene in front of her left her completely desperate. Doctors, nurses, and patients were all in the same strange state. Sarah could only try to perform CPR on her friend herself, but no matter how hard she tried, her friend showed no response. At this moment, she looked up and was shocked to find that the people who had been motionless just now had all stood up and were shambling towards the street like zombies. Only her friend remained unconscious. She wanted to ask the doctor for help, but saw the doctor looking at her with a puzzled expression. The next second, the doctor leaned in, trying to infect her with the virus. Sarah stepped back in horror, quickly pulled her friend away, and stopped the people around from approaching. In a panic, she jumped into the car, stepped on the gas pedal, and fled. The city seemed to have fallen. Wherever she drove, everyone's eyes were fixed on her. When she got back to her doorstep, she realized she had lost her keys and could only use a stone to smash the door. Her neighbor suddenly reminded her that there was a spare key under the flower pot. Sarah actually found the key, then quickly carried her friend into the room and locked the doors and windows. Turning on the TV, she found that all channels had lost their signals, except for the news channel, which was still broadcasting. The president's speech seemed to be directed at her, making her dial the White House phone. She wanted to figure out what was happening in this city. The president assured Sarah through the TV that she was absolutely safe now, and that everyone just wanted to help her solve the problem. It turned out that 14 months ago, humanity received an alien signal that contained a special genetic sequence. Out of curiosity, scientists combined it, only to accidentally discover that it was a virus. This virus could connect the brains of the infected people, allowing them to share consciousness. Now everyone on the planet had been infected, which explained why people always spoke in unison. The previous convulsions were because the brains were establishing connections. After the connections were completed, everyone's memories were also shared, which was why the neighbor's child could easily tell Sarah where the key was hidden. However, bad news came along with it. There were actually 11 people on Earth, including Sarah, who were immune to this virus. The president said that the top priority was to help Sarah solve this problem so that she could also join the group of people sharing consciousness.